Joseph the Argonaut, Joseph the Argonaut, he's my friend, he teaches civics. Joseph the Argonaut, Joseph the Argonaut, he's my friend, he teaches civics.
Study Guide, American Legal System. Rule of law is a founding principle of our legal system. Protects people from the arbitrary, random abuses of government power, ensures that no one is above the law, so the law protects everyone. Transparency of government. We can see what they are doing. If they are committing crimes, we will know. Free press, published information, court documents. U.S. court system. State, Florida courts. Assigned by geographical location so you appear in court in the district you are assigned. Deal with cases where state, local laws have been broken or civil cases between citizens. County court is trial court. We are Lake County. Misdemeanor, criminal, less serious crimes. Civil cases, suing for money, for less than $50,000. Circuit court is trial court. Felonies, serious crimes that could result in conviction of 1 or more years in prison. Civil cases that amount to $50,000 or more. The appellate court in Florida is called the District Court of Appeals. Panel of 3 judges, and they vote on each court case they hear. Reviews the cases appealed, challenged from a trial. Not a trial court, so they don't have juries, witnesses, or evidence. Florida Supreme Court, highest state court with 7 justices, no jury. Cases from Florida Supreme Court can be appealed to the U.S. Supreme Court. Federal court system. U.S. District Courts, federal trial court. Federal criminal cases break federal law. Federal civil cases, parties are from different states. Judges serve for life. U.S. Court of Appeals, also called U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals. Federal Appellate Court, reviews the cases appealed from a trial. Panel of 3 judges, no jury. Judges serve for life. U.S. Supreme Court, highest court in the country. Federal and state cases can apply. The justices select the cases they hear. 9 justices appointed by President, confirmed by Senate, serve for life. Historical law codes. Written laws of the past have informed how we organize governments and make laws in modern times. Cyrus Cylinder, First Declaration of Human Rights, Babylonian time. Hammurabi's Code, oldest law code where laws and punishments were collected and written down. Eye for an eye. Punishment must fit the crime. 12 tables. Ancient Roman tables that contained the laws and punishments. Posted in the forum so that all citizens could see. Numerically organized by topics. Table 3, Law 4. Sources of law. Constitutions are the highest laws. All other laws are lower than constitutions. The U.S. Constitution. Article 6 of the U.S. Constitution says that the Constitution is the supreme law of the land. Supremacy Clause. Florida Constitution. U.S. Constitution is higher than state laws and state constitutions. Florida Constitution is higher than state laws. State laws are higher than city and county local laws. Statutory law. Written laws. Laws, as we normally think of them, are statutes. Laws passed by the legislative branch. Congress makes federal laws. State legislatures make state laws. Local city and county governments make local laws. Common law are based on tradition. In the past, when judges traveled around the country, judges would sometimes decide based on what was traditional in the place they were visiting. Since we no longer have traveling judges, common law and case law mean basically the same thing. Case law is related to previous court cases and how they interpreted the Constitution. Judges look at past cases as a guide of how to interpret a case. An example of case common law is that segregation in public schools violates the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment to the Constitution as decided in Brown v. Board of Education. Types of law. Criminal law. Crime committed, law broken. Classified into misdemeanor, lesser, felony. Conviction can be more than a year in prison. Federal crimes break a federal law and are outlined in the Constitution. Post offices, copyright, maritime crimes happen in the ocean. Cases end in verdict of guilty and conviction, jail, prison time, probation, or not guilty, innocent. Civil law, a dispute between two parties. One person or group sues another person or group for doing something wrong. Property damage, divorce and custody of children, a company not doing what they say they will in a contract. In general, if it isn't criminal, it is civil. Civil cases end in liable, have to pay, or not liable, not responsible for damages. Juvenile law, people under 18 who break the law. Minors get due process protections. Certain laws that apply only to people under the age of 18. Curfews, kids not being allowed out after a certain hour, only apply to juveniles, minors, kids. Military law, laws for the military. Separate code of laws for active duty armed forces. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, Space Force. Members of the military are responsible to obey the laws of the land. Certain crimes only apply to the military. For example, if an active duty member of the armed forces abandons their post, going AWOL, they are charged in a military court. Going AWOL is not an issue in civilian life since we don't have posts to be at. Constitutional law. The words of the Constitution are the highest law of the land. The protections and processes, how things are done, outlined in the Constitution are higher than local, state, or federal processes and laws. Example of law from Constitution: requirements to be president, Congress shall make no law establishing religion, states must abide by due process and equal protection under the law, slavery is illegal in all states.
Joseph the Argonaut. Joseph the Argonaut. He is my friend. He teaches civics.